Phuket, Thailand. I am currently in a hotel, that's why my setup looks different. I wanted to let you guys know how my skin is doing with this whole retinol situation. So it's been about a week and a half now since I first tried it, and my skin's doing great. Like, I haven't had any reactions. Everything is really nice. As you can tell, my skin is clear. It's not irritating my skin at all. So I wanted to try it at night since the first time that I tried it was during the day. So what I'm gonna do is take some TLC Frame Boost and just apply that to my face. You could mix this if you wanted to, like on the back of your hand, and then apply it all just straight to your face. But since we're working with retinol here, I don't really want to waste it on the back of my hand, you feel me? So I'm just gonna do it in layers. Just gonna go in with this first. I did about like 2 pumps, 2-3 pumps. If your skin gets dry, you could also add in a little bit of marula or any sort of like moisturizer like Protini to add some extra moisture. But honestly, on a nightly basis, TLC Frame Boost is literally all I apply, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. And now, okay, let's go with this. You know how in my first video about like unboxing this, I was asking about air pressure on an airplane and like if it would affect this and make it spill out more? That's why I was asking, because I was going to Thailand, so let's see if it'll actually affect this. Oh no, look, it's like perfectly intact. Someone's knocking on our door. Please hold. Okay, sorry, I don't know what that was all about. Anyways, retinol is perfectly intact. Nothing has spilled out. I am very surprised about that. Like, what? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a pea-sized amount onto my ring finger. That should be perfectly enough. And then we're going to apply this all over my face. I was reading that for people who have never used retinol before, aka me, having a humid environment is going to be really helpful for helping your skin adjust to retinol. So it's actually perfect that I'm in Thailand right now, because Phuket is super humid, super hot. This is like the perfect environment for me to be easing into this whole retinol routine, so that's really cool. For the under eyes, I'm gonna be going in with C Tango, just 1 pump, and then distributing that between both under eyes. So I'm really taking it slow with introducing retinol into my skincare routine since I've never used it before. You could obviously not take as long of a break in between using it as I am, but I just want to be on the safer side, so I'm spreading it out. I think the next time I'll check in with you guys is gonna be in another week. I just want to do like 1 time a week for the first month or so, and then start amping it up from there. So see you next time. I am back in Bangkok and my skin is bangin'. No, it's not. I just really wanted to say that. So, skin update. This little situation that's happening, I don't know how that started, but I have a suspicion. On the island, the sun there is just so hot and intense that even though I would apply sunscreen, we would be out all day doing like different activities, whether it's on the water or just like anything, just, you know, making my hands dirty. So I couldn't really reapply sunscreen throughout the day because I had no means of washing my hands. So that definitely did not help my situation. I feel like my skin definitely has burned a little bit. Today, it is now the morning, so I'm thinking of applying the A-Passioni. Actually, fun fact, I realized that this is actually called Passioni, not Passioni, so my Italian dreams have died, but that's okay. I'm gonna apply this and mix it with marula on the back of my hand. Surprise, surprise. I know I don't really like to do that with this, but we're just gonna try it anyways. I feel like it'll make application easier. And then I'm gonna go in with Umbra. I'm gonna squeeze from the top of the tube to get more precise application. We're gonna take, ooh, I feel like that's a little bit too much. It's okay, we'll make it work. And then I'm thinking just 1 pump of marula, because my skin and marula don't really mix well when it's like more than 1 pump. It gets way too greasy and oily. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I definitely am. Also, with these travel size marulas, I've noticed that after some use, they tend to kind of get really oily on the top, and then the whole bottle proceeds to get really oily. Does that happen to anyone else, or is it just me?
That's you.
I noticed it with my other one too. Like the one I have back home, after about like a month of use, it just started getting so oily, and now it leaves these little like oily marks on my medicine cabinet, which is so odd. What are you doing?
Exercising.
You know what you look like?
What?
You know those ladies that swim as flamingos in the water? You guys get a free show while I do this. You're welcome. Free! Just gonna get the temples, and then we can move on to sunscreen. Oh, I also already applied C-Tango underneath my eyes, by the way. There's barely any left, but I keep squeezing it out, trying to get every little bit out of it. Okay, let's do this much. Boom. Ollie has been making fun of me the whole trip for holding out my hand like this whenever I'm applying sunscreen or skincare. Yeah. Like every time I'm in the mirror doing something, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, applying skincare.
The same thing you've been doing every day.
Every day. Oh, something else that I completely forgot to mention the first time I was checking in with you guys is the results that I'm expecting to see from A-Passioni. So I do still have acne scars primarily along my cheeks. I know with this iPhone quality you can't really tell right now, but it's mainly along right here, like kind of on my lips, upper lips area. It's like a little bit of scarring as well. My forehead and nose and chin for the most part are fine. So I'm really hoping that with prolonged use, these will start to fade. Once I get back home in the States, obviously I'm going to start filming with my actual camera again, and hopefully I can show you guys what I'm talking about a lot better. But just go back to the older videos, you can see my skin there. Anyways, that's that for today. I'm going to go out and live my life, and I will see you guys when I'm back in California.
Bye.
See ya! I am finally back in LA. It was like 15 hours or so of flight time, and then we had an 11-hour layover in Beijing, which was literally the worst. It totally killed me. It was like 8 degrees Fahrenheit. It was freezing cold, and of course I got so exhausted that I was sleeping on the neck pillow that we had with us, which got so filthy by the end of the trip because, like, you know, obviously it's gonna hit the suitcases and whatnot. That and hormonal breakouts were starting to happen at that time, and so it's been about like 5 days or so now, and thankfully it has cleared up, but the acne scarring has still remained. It's this one right here, this one on my chin, and then this one, which you can like kind of see. So the scarring is more fresh there as opposed to like the acne scarring on my cheeks. So having these fresher breakouts is really nice because we can kind of use that to judge how well the retinol is going to work. Obviously I'm going to keep using this for like months. My skin has been really dry lately, which coming back to LA from that beautiful weather in Bangkok and Thailand in general does not help. Like, it's so cold here. It's like 40 something, which I know some of you are going to be watching this and being like, 40 is really warm, SHIRIN. But listen, when you're coming from humid and 90, this is freezing. And I get really cold in general. So anyways, not relevant. 2 pumps of B-Hydra, 1 pump of Marula, a little bit of retinol. We're just going to mix this all together, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my face. I've literally had no bad reactions to the retinol so far, which is really surprising because I always thought of retinol as like this crazy intense sort of prescription topical thing that would be something to just be more cautious of, but my experience so far has been great. Alright, so it has officially been the end of 1 week, amping it up to 2 times a week. I used it again last night, and here's how my skin is looking the morning after. I'm still not really seeing any sort of major differences when it comes to the acne scarring. As you can tell, right along here on my cheeks, they're still there. One thing I want to mention is that I did start using A-Passioni exclusively at night. I don't want it to work extra hard throughout the day to have to protect my skin from the sun. Once I apply it at night, I can just let it do its thing while I sleep and let it just really work hard at repairing my skin instead of having to repair my skin and protect it at the same time. Of course, you can use it throughout the day if you want to, but that's how I'm doing it. Here's a little closer up shot of my skin for you guys. I am completely barefaced right now, so no makeup on my face. This is just my skin. I know somebody is going to be watching this being like, SHIRIN, you are not barefaced, you have eye makeup on, you have brows on. Listen, I said bareface, okay? not eyes, not brows. Okay, bye. Guess which oily skin gal legitimately has dry skin for the first time in her entire life? Me. I just finished up the second week of applying retinol twice a week. This whole entire past week, my skin has been so dry and flaky. It's terrible when I try to apply makeup because I wear powder foundation and typically it looks flawless. But lately, especially this past week, it's just been sitting on top of my skin and not really blending in the way that it used to. It also gets really dry and cracked and uncomfortable. I've been applying a bunch of Pixie's Glow Mist to just try to mesh everything together. So that's the solution, I guess, but ideally I would not like to have dry skin. I know that this is a side effect of retinol though, so I'm not caught off guard. It's just part of the process. I have to ride this wave and get through it. There was something else I wanted to mention, and that is something that I cannot remember right now. Oh, hi bird. Oh, right. I have been also having a purging period. So this is something that happened to me around week 4 or 5. That's when I noticed it first happening, and it was typically like right along my cheeks, but now I am experiencing it along my chin. So there's this little breakout situation going on right here. Let's see if you guys can see. Yep, that one right there. And then on this side, I am also getting a little bit of purging. It's not something you can really see on camera. It's something that when I run my fingers along my face, I feel it. And they're definitely there. It's somewhat still on my cheeks too, but it's just kind of like under the surface breakouts. That's the best way to describe it. Of course, except for this one. This one's like a legitimate whitehead. Hopefully going into this next week, we have less dry skin because, whew, I'm not about it. Also, the dry, cold weather in California right now is not helping, so there's also that. I was in the middle of editing, but I'm waiting for things to render, so I figured I would update you guys real quick. My skin is doing better this week. It's a lot more smoother. That whole flakiness situation is, for the most part, figured out. I found a way to wear makeup where it looks really nice again on my skin and not flaky. I switched from using the Bare Minerals powder to, where'd it go? It's the Dr. Jart Tiger Grass Camo Drops. This one right here. So it's more of a liquid, it's very sheer, and it's a lot easier to work with. So I highly recommend that if you are going to be using retinol. Just figured I would share that little tip because I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there who also wants to wear makeup while using retinol, so I got you. I might actually make a whole separate video about a makeup routine while on retinol. Let me know if you want to see that. Comment down below. What else did I want to mention? Moisturizer at night. So I switched over to using Lala Retro mixed in with retinol and 1 pump of virgin marula. Before I was using Behydra. For me, it's just not enough moisture, so I just needed something a little bit thicker. I also did start using the Dr. Jart Peptidin Serum in the morning. Let me see if I can actually find that. I had it somewhere, and my room's kind of like a mess right now. Yeah, it's great. Ooh, okay, here it is. This is the one that I was talking about. It was hidden in the filming room. This is the one that I've been using in the morning. This is their Radiant Serum, and it's just really great for plumping up your skin and giving you a nice glow. Also, while we're here, I want to talk about A-Passioni and how to squeeze it out of the tube, because this is an issue that I've ran into, and I know a lot of other people that are using this are having the same issue. So once you press it out, a lot tends to come out at once, especially if you're squeezing from the center. So what Drunk Elephant has recommended, and it's been working really well for me, is to squeeze from the top of the tube and apply the slightest amount of pressure when you want to dispense the product. Or you could also squeeze from the sides like here, but just avoid doing it straight on because it'll just keep coming out and you're not going to be able to push it back in due to the nature of the packaging. So on the nights that I'm not using the retinol, I use Summer Friday's jet lag mask, and this is what I've been doing as of the past week. It's very hydrating, it's super gentle, and it still provides a little bit of exfoliation without being too intense as something as like an AHA or a BHA, you know what I mean? So this is great. Whoa, did this cap break? Oh my god, you guys, the cap for the jet lag mask literally is coming off. The heck? Wow. Okay, well anyways, this is great. Just wanted to let you know. Oh, hello there. Do you notice anything different? Suddenly I'm into long nails and I'm loving it. So this past weekend, I was very stressed on Saturday, and I think that has a lot to do with my breakouts around my mouth and especially on my chin. Like literally the past few days, this whole area of my face has been going nuts and breaking out. There's a lot of under the surface, small, somewhat painful breakouts happening along my chin and like all along here. As you can tell, there's some scarring, like these were whiteheads a few days ago, and now this one is still kind of there. Actually, the whitehead is there, but it's just more of like scarring now. The thing that's really cool though is that it's lightening a lot quicker than it usually would. And I truly think that is all thanks to the retinol. My skin is still pilling every now and then. Like the sunscreen, when I put it on, if I don't get the ratio right of evening it out with Behydra and Marula, I'm screwed. Like it'll literally start pilling. It looks so bad. Something else that I cut out as of Saturday, just in case this is also a reason why I'm breaking out, is that Dr. Jart serum. I really don't think it's the reason why though, because when I was using it, my skin was fine. I was not irritated whatsoever. If anything, it just helped my skin stay glowy, plumped up, hydrated. But just to be safe, you never know. So I did that, and then I'm going back to using Marula now instead of that Dr. Jart serum. And summer Fridays on days off, summer Fridays, I cannot stress enough how helpful it is at keeping my skin very hydrated and smooth and glowy and all of that good stuff. I need to stop talking with my hands. So going into this upcoming week, I should be amping up to 3 times a week of using retinol, but honestly, I'm not feeling it. I don't think my skin is there yet because of the whole pilling situation, the dryness. Twice a week is good enough for me right now. Once I get to a good place where I feel like my skin is actually tolerating the retinol and not really being like crazy dry, I'll start amping it up. Wednesdays and Sundays are the 2 nights a week that I've been applying retinol. We're just gonna keep it at that pace and see how my skin does. My cheeks still have acne scarring, and it's really annoying because I truly thought that by this time it'll be gone. But I was doing some research on retinol last night, and I discovered that around month 4, maybe like 4 to 6, is when you start seeing more of the pigmentation and stuff like that starting to disappear and getting glowy skin. So that sucks for me because it's so annoying. Like right now, it's just such an uncomfortable place to be in. Like nothing is applying the way that it used to when it comes to makeup. And I know I've already talked about this, but like it's so annoying on a daily basis. I stopped wearing makeup. Like I ditched foundation because it looks so bad on me. I'm just very excited to get to a point where my skin is finally back to how it was. I truly feel like right now my skin is regressing. I got to this really amazing place for a while where my skin was so clear and like literally the best it's been my entire life, and suddenly I'm breaking out again and it looks so bad, and I'm just like, oh, why is this happening to me? I mean, I know why, because of retinol, but like retinol, you're kind of annoying, honey, let me tell you, you're kind of annoying. Wow, where do I even begin? Suddenly, like instantly, my skin became glowier. All of the acne scarring is fading really quickly, and the craziest part is that this past week I only used retinol 1 time. I was like, okay, because of the whole like dryness situation, let me just take it down a notch, go back to basics, do it 1 time, and like, what? My skin's so much better. Like, look at this. Remember how last week there was like all of that scarring and stuff going around here? They're still there, but like way less pronounced. And the scarring on the cheeks has like really lightened up a lot. I'm just blown away. Like, I was not expecting this. I don't think I clarified this before. When I was talking about my skin being dry, I meant with makeup. Without makeup, when I just do my skincare routine, my skin's very moisturized, very hydrated, plump, and all of that. But as soon as I introduce makeup, boom, Sahara Desert. I think I'm gonna go back to twice a week because my skin's at a good place right now. This is a public service announcement that retinol really dries out your lips. I mean, the whole dry, cold weather situation right now is not really helping my case either, but retinol apparently transfers on your face, or I mean like moves around once you apply it, especially like if you're applying this at night. As you sleep and move around, the retinol will also move around. So you apply it here, it'll move up towards your lips. Or like if you apply it like around your cheeks here, it's gonna spread a little bit up towards your eyes. So just keep that in mind whenever you are using this product. If you're experiencing dryness on your lips or just anywhere else on your face, make sure to apply less than usual and just stay further away from like your lips, for instance. The past few days, my lips have been so dry and cracking and peeling. Last night, they literally had this brown layer on top of them. That's how dry and cracked and sore they were. It was disgusting. So I globbed on a bunch of Vaseline yesterday, and it really helped my lips to stay moisturized all day. So definitely highly recommend this. Now, something that really surprised me a few days ago is I noticed that the milia bumps that I have right along my eyes, like around this area, basically gone. Like, I know this isn't something I ever talked about at the beginning of this because, I don't know, I never really thought about it, and I never thought of it being something that could be helped by retinol. But when I started this video, they were so pronounced and very apparent. I really, really wish I took a picture, like some sort of video of it. How smooth it is right now is so mind-blowing to me because it's like basically gone. It's so cool. I am still doing twice a week right now. I don't feel comfortable going up to 3 times a week. Yeah, maybe once it gets a bit more hot out, I'll try amping it up. Right now, I'm good with this. So something else, I haven't been using TLC Frame Boost for a few weeks now, as you guys know, and I really think it's been throwing off my skin because my skin looks so much better when I use glycolic acid. So I started using Pixie's Glow Tonic. This is what it looks like. It's this one right here. So this is a glycolic acid toner. This one has, I believe, 10%? No, 5%. 5% glycolic acid. It's very gentle. I've been using this on a cotton round on mornings to exfoliate my face, and I also cut out washing my face with any sort of cleanser in the morning. So I only use water, splash it on my face, go over it with this, and then apply like Umbra, Marula, and Bee Hydra. This is my morning routine. Let me show you. This is what I've been doing in the mornings for the past several weeks. The glycolic is what I've added in recently. I think it helps me, but I really want to start using Frame Boost nightly again. I just don't know how to add it back into my routine without completely drying out my skin and having too many actives and making it like super harsh. So I've read that you can alternate nights, like use retinol one night, next night use your AHAs, BHAs. I just think that's too drying for my skin right now. So I am at a total loss. I don't know. I truly do not know what to do. Good morning! This whole retinol journey has been such an up and downhill roller coaster. This week has been an amazing week for me because I introduced TLC Frame Boost back into my nightly routine. So on the nights that I'm not using retinol, I started using TLC Frame Boost. So as soon as I added back in the Frame Boost, let me show you. I can't do this backwards with one hand. Oh, the heck? Okay, it's in my bathroom. I forgot I left it out last night. Hold on. I literally just woke up. So as soon as I added Frame Boost back into my routine, life has been great. My makeup has been going on flawlessly. It's like the same way that my skin was before I started retinol. I'm so amazed. The retinol has definitely improved all of that pigmentation that's been going on. Like, remember the one that was around here? Where is it? And then the one that was on this side was like somewhere around here as well. Everything is just honestly a lot lightened. My acne heals faster. The one thing that just is super weird to me though is that this pimple right here keeps popping up like every single week. It'll form a white head, come to the surface, disappear, and then next week the whole cycle begins again, and I literally cannot figure out why. But other than that, things are going well. I'm very happy about that. I have one more week to go, and then that's the end of month 3. Today officially marks 3 months of using A-Passioni. I know this has been all over the place. Throughout this video, I've been trying out different products with the retinol, seeing if they work, taking out products, and I wanted to sit here and give you guys like a final overlook of my current routine using A-Passioni. That way you kind of have a more structured idea. Looking back at my footage, I was like, girl, I can't even keep up with you, like you're all over the place. And that's because it was all over the place. Like my experience with this is just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are also new to retinol as well and can relate. So, you know, it's just how things are. So when I use A-Passioni, I mix it in with Lala Retro. I take like a scoop of this on the back of my nail. I'm trying to figure out how much. Like 2 pea sizes, I would say. And then I mix it into a pea size, actually a little less than a pea size of A-Passioni. Put that all over my face. And then on nights that I'm not using A-Passioni, I'm using a TLC Free Boost, and then I'll layer it with Summer Fridays. So that's my routine. Hopefully that's a bit more clear for all of you to understand. Now let's talk about A-Passioni. Final thoughts as of 3 months. My skin is super glowy right now. Like, it's so clear. It's doing so well. I love it. Everything has finally gotten to a place where I'm like happy. Things are starting to appear, like results are starting to appear on my face, and everything is good. Except this. This is still on my face. I don't get it. Please go away. Like, you're not welcome here. Why are you here? Leave. So I really do think that A-Passioni is worth it. It does work. It just takes a lot of time and patience. Like, please don't give up on it. Ride past all of the redness, the pilling, the flaking, all of the trials and errors and bumps and whatever that come with retinol. It's basically like your skin is going through this retinol phase where it's learning how to adjust to retinol. So give it time. Also, please, 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 always, always, always wear SPF. Hi, it's me again. I meant sunscreen. Okay, not SPF, but you know what I mean. Okay, bye. For sure, like even if you're not wearing retinol, use SPF, but especially if you're using retinol, use SPF. You need the sun protection. It can be a lot easier for sun to damage your skin when it's sensitized with things like retinol, AHAs, and just sort of like acids, exfoliants, things like that. The retinol has been really great for lightening my acne scars, for getting rid of vermilia bumps underneath my eyes. I mean, not completely getting rid of them, but definitely making the appearance a lot smoother. It's also helped with giving me a glowy, radiant look. So loving it. I'm really excited moving forward to see how this is gonna play out. I know like 4 to 6 months is where you start really seeing those results. So let me know how you guys want to see my updates moving forward. Would you like to see something at the end of 6 months where it's like this video and I take you through every week of 4 to 6 months? Or would you guys like to see monthly updates? I think that might be a little better because you can see more in depth per month, but I don't know. You guys let me know, drop a comment. I would love to know what you think. Also, if you have any sort of skincare smoothies using A-Passioni that's different from mine, definitely drop a comment and let me know what that is. I love reading through Drunk Elephant's A-Passioni 101 hashtag. Basically, Drunk Elephant has this whole educational hashtag on Instagram. You can scroll through it and read all the posts. They're all educational tips for how to use A-Passioni and implement it into your skincare routine. So I find that really helpful. If you're struggling still with A-Passioni, head over there, read it. Super helpful. So that is it for this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed my retinol skincare journey, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!